All right. Hello, Gun Nation. How are y'all doing this evening? Guess what day it is? Hump Day. Yep, Wednesday. Always a fun time. So let me know if y'all can hear and see me and all that good stuff. Hello, T. Wilkins, Guy Comet, Milkman, Dubby, Mike High, and I think Dan O'Neill was on earlier. I don't know if he still is. Hello, Scott. CZ Shadow 2. All right, we've got some goodies to talk about tonight. I have something that I had done and I will get y'all's opinion on it tonight. So y'all are going to be the first ones to see it. I haven't posted pictures. I haven't done anything. So I had something custom done. It's not that big of a deal, but it's pretty cool, I think. Want to get y'all's opinion on it. Hello, Texas Beast. How are you, man? A-Dubs, Dennis Becker, Richard Jenkins. They hit you up with an ad again? Wow, I'm surprised because, like I said, most of these are demonetized, but they can do what they want to do, unfortunately. All right. Let's see here. I got some questions, and I want y'all to think about this. This will be the first question, and I want to know this. This is a question that I'm asking y'all. Um, what if you can pick things? And trust me, I got thick skin. Don't worry about that. I know we all get along and everything. But what is one thing, or what are some things about my channel that you don't like? I really want to know. Is there anything, in particular, maybe something I talk about, something I don't talk about? You know, is there anything on my channel that you don't like? I really want to know. And you're not going to hurt my feelings. Trust me. I'm thick skinned. All right. Scott got an ad too. Yes, ads, but it was Border Crisis ads, anti-dim. Oh, well, hey, we'll take those. Yeah. But just think about that question. Something about my channel that you don't like, and you're not going to hurt my feelings. So say what you want to say. Dennis is saying, I don't like that you have guns that I can't afford. Well, that's not what I was meaning, but, you know, hey, just so you know, I worked my ass off to get those guns. They're not given to me. So, I mean, I buy my guns. So, just so you know. But let's open up the bag here, and I will get these bad boys out. You'll all know that I really love the Lock brass palm swell grips, the super aggressive ones. Well, hello, Indie Irish. I had something custom done to them. So these are the brass, all brass. You can hear them. Hello, Lynn Holt. How are you? But I have the brass grips on my Shadow 2, the custom one, the orange one, and everybody's like, "What the hell do you have brass grips on there for? They don't look good." Well, I mean, I put them on there to make sure that I like them and everything, and of course I do. They're awesome. Um, and I had intentions of getting something done to them, and here's what I had done to them. Now, I don't know how well it's going to show up on the camera, but let me know what you think. I'll show you the original color. So that's what color they are. It's actually an orange in the camera. It looks kind of tannish, but it's actually orange. But then I took or had them do the black over the top to kind of, battle wear it. And you can see the orange popping through. I'll try to get you a good picture. This light here is not doing very well. But let me know what you think. Do you like these better than the all brass? Now they're still brass, but they're not shiny brass. So let me know what you think. Scott, let's see here. He said he picked up another P239, a German model with brushed stainless slide that was unfired. Wow, that's awesome, man. I love the hello TTO Clark. He's saying good night. But yeah, I love the brushed stainless and the hard chrome. Okay, so you're liking them. Like I said, they're a little different. I kind of thought maybe we should have gone with black and then put the orange over the top, but I like how these turned out pretty cool. So I've got to put them on the gun, see what I think about them. But like I said, they are brass. They just definitely don't look brass anymore. So that's one thing I picked up today. Got them done, and these were done by Fire for Effect in El Paso. So that's where I am this week, is in El Paso. So if you want something like that done, you can reach out to them and they can get you fixed up. I just wanted something different. Y'all know me, I don't like plain Jane stuff. Okay, here we go. Richard Jenkins is saying, I would like more gear reviews. I trust your opinion because you speak your mind. Okay. Specific gear, certain gear. But remember, I'm asking, what do you not like? So I guess you're saying I don't do enough gear reviews, maybe? Milkman, these will be going on my orange Shadow 2, the optic ready that Fire for Effect did. If you look at some pictures and stuff, I've had these brass grips on there for quite a while, and brass doesn't really go with the orange and the black and the gray theme. It does, but I'm not an OCD person, but I've had a lot of people go, "Oh my God, those don't match." I mean, I guess it freaks them out, if something doesn't match. So I was just making sure that I liked them and all of that stuff before I had them Cerakoted. So, but yes, I do actually like them. So, yeah, it's kind of a tarnished look. That's kind of what I was going for, like a battle worn kind of tarnished look. I like them. Makes me want a pair for a case hardened pistol. Yeah. And I've got another plan that I'm going to do with another pair, but I'll be doing it. So I'll do them and then let you see how they turn out. I've got a step process that I've done in the past, but I'm going to be doing it again. And it actually, if you do it at home, you can do it, but it takes about 4 hours to do it. But hopefully you'll like how I do them and they'll turn out good. Yes, Bald, you do. I suggest getting everything milled for an optic. I think you would actually even like it better. And I'm sure somebody out there can do it. I would just reach out to some companies and ask them. I don't know anybody that's ever milled a Grand Power, but they're not super, popular as you know, but they are great pistols, and I'm sure somebody could do it. But yes, and Bald, since you're on here, I want y'all to tell me, I haven't really had anything yet. Tell me what you do not like about my channel. Is there something I don't do that you wish that I did? Um, or, I talk too much politics or whatever. I mean, be tough. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I'm just looking for honest feedback. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bald, I haven't been able to catch up on those videos yet. Man, I've been so busy with work and stuff. I haven't really watched a lot of YouTube videos at all. I've been really far behind. I will try to catch up and check them out. All right. I don't like politics. I like guns and gear. Okay, cool. Bald doesn't like all that orange. Okay. Well, that's cool. I mean, y'all know that orange is my color, but if you don't like orange and stuff, that's, like I said, that's cool. You're not going to hurt my feelings. But, Bald, you didn't really say what you always say to me about the orange. But also, I don't know if y'all have been paying attention, but I actually got an update about all of the ships that are actually waiting to come into port, to drop off all the goods and stuff. They can't get a lot of workers and all that to drop all the goods off on these ships that are coming from overseas. And some of these ships are having to stay in the ocean 10 to 15 days waiting for their spot to unload all the crap off these ships. And there's just tons of ships. I mean, there's like 65 ships just floating out there waiting to dump all the crap off at our ports. I mean, it's insane. And supposedly there is 156 more ships that have to be loaded to even come over here. But that's how far they're backlogged for all this crap that's coming over into the States. But man, it is insane. All right. Yeah, I get it, Bald. I just don't want to. I don't want to have like two and three channels. I have so much to keep up with. It's hard for me to even keep up with one. I mean, it's not hard, but you know what I mean. Yeah, orange man bad. I've been actually told that quite a bit. Every time somebody sees orange stuff, they're like, orange man bad. I have been involved in a search and rescue for decades, so orange is just fine by me. Yeah, I mean, I just love orange. I've loved orange since I was a kid. That's been my favorite color. So, all right, Lynn is saying, this is the only channel to me that has some sort of balance. There is no whining or searching for something to say. Some channels just want to vent in their own echo chamber. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. I just try to keep it real and stuff that, I'm interested in. I'll talk about, other people might not be. I've had some people comment, oh, I don't like the political stuff, or I don't like it when you do this or that or whatever. I'm just curious. They probably are. Yes, they probably are. I understand there's a huge backlog on those. I'm glad I got mine when I did. But I tell you what, I'm a big believer in the 2X prisms. I really, really do like them. Um, so, and I'm going to be doing my final review on it. I'll kind of give you, I mean, I'll just let y'all know because you're on the chat, but I'll let y'all know I do like them. There's some things that I'll talk about that might kind of get you thinking about them, good or bad, but I'm going to give the whole story and my thoughts around them. So, Mike is saying, yes, labor issues, supply chain issues, even have National Guard filling in for our bus drivers in Boston. Yeah, did you hear about New York? They're laying off all of the nurses and stuff that don't want to get vaxxed, and they're talking about bringing in the National Guard to fill those positions. And I'm not saying the National Guard doesn't have nurses and things like that, because I know that they do. But when somebody is so accustomed to the way that the proper procedures and everything go in a hospital, it's going to be hard for them to walk right in and understand every bit of that. So, and plus, I can't believe that they're doing this crap. No more my body, my choice. It's my body, the government's choice. Hello, Pistol Pete. Better to be late than never. That's what I always say. Yeah, Bald. I need to Bald is saying I need to get off my ass to an outdoor range and get into competition again. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. It's not, and I've even said this before. I enjoy, I enjoy competition. It's not my bread and butter or anything like that. I enjoy it, but I really enjoy kind of, I guess, tactical shooting. I'm not like a tactical guru. I've never claimed to be, but I really enjoy, if I have to put it this way, if I have a choice to put the race competition belt on or my battle belt, tactical belt, so to say, set up, I actually prefer my tactical belt setup. And I've said that before. Not that anything's wrong with competition. I do enjoy it and it's fun, great people, things like that. But, I'm not going to die if I miss a competition or anything like that. But I really enjoy going to the range and really practicing on concealed carry, things like that. Um, you know, that's what I enjoy the most. If I have to pick one. Hello, Havoc. How are you, man? School bus drivers in Boston. Yeah, I saw that. Okay, whoops. These things flew by. This isn't against you because I know it's YouTube's policy. I do wish you could show guns on the chat. Yeah, no, I agree. I've got a gun here. I've got a gun over there. Trust me, I would love to. Um, but this is the thing. I really don't want to get kicked off because I enjoy being with y'all and doing this and interacting with y'all. I think it is a bunch of PC bullcrap, personally, but I don't know why we can't. But I'm trying to be, I guess, a good little bitch. I hate to say that, but it's like they're neutering us more and more and more, and I hate it. Yes. Have you tested the Holosun with the new reticle? Are you talking about the ACSS reticle with the chevron? And if you are, I actually have. I've been shooting it a lot, and I'm not, you know, just saying that. I haven't been filming everything. However, I've already filmed 4 videos with it. So I'm gonna, probably just condense them all together and kind of let you know my thoughts. I do like it. There is, you'll see some stuff coming up. So they're already filmed, they're already done, they're just in the queue. Matter of fact, I could pop one out tomorrow, but I want to have it all set up. But yes, I have, and I do like it. Let's see here. Yeah, Bald, I agree. 73,000 healthcare workers are losing their jobs. Hope there's going to be a giant lawsuit. Here's the thing, and that's, when you're dealing with corporations, because I do all the time. You know, Unfortunately, they have the right to fire, and that sucks. Where even actually in Europe and things like that, they have a different. They actually have contracts that they can go back against. I look at it this way: if they can't fire you for this, they're probably going to find something. Even if your jacket's completely clear, they're going to make up something, and it sucks. It's stupid. I don't know where in the hell they're getting this, and I hope someone does sue the shit out of them. That's what we need to do to get this squared away. Let's see here. Just to be clear, I really enjoy this channel, but you pushed for constructive criticism. 2 of my gun purchases were from your recommendations from the chat. No, Richard, that's cool. I mean, you're not hurting any feelings, and you're really not. I appreciate the feedback. I really do. I wouldn't ask you if I didn't want it. I mean, and people, if y'all know me, people can say anything they want. They can agree with me, disagree with me. I'm all for having a normal conversation. It's when people get like really goofy, and I've got some examples that I'm going to give you here. Um, Lynn, I don't know. They said the National Guard, so I don't know if it's the New York State National Guard. I mean, I can't believe they're going to pull in the National Guard to do this, but who the hell knows? If they call it a, the bad thing is they're going to let them go, and then they're going to call it an emergency. I mean, you know, it's like whatever. Pistol Pete saying, I think you should go through some of your guns that have been on your channel for a long-term review. Yeah, and I've done that. I have done some long-term reviews, but I can do more. That's actually a good idea, and I've thought about doing it. I did do a review. It's probably been, gosh, 8 months ago, and it was guns that I actually owned that I really don't even like. So y'all can go back and check that out. But and believe it or not, there were some CZs in there. I'm not hurting any feelings. Yeah, I just speak my mind. Hello, Gregory Blevins. How are you? IBG. Big Johnson Guns and Gear. Think you should send some of your guns to me for review, just to be on the safe side. Okay, Bald. I'll load up the Brinks truck and I'll have them drive your way. I'm just joking. Yes, Dennis. Yeah, the ACSS. That's the one that I've been testing. And that's the thing. I don't want to just open it up, look through it. And I've seen people do box openings and then they just look at it and go, "Oh my God, this thing's awesome." I mean, I've shot that thing quite a bit, and I've even fine tuned it, and then been like, come back the next week and shoot it, and then I'm like, "Oh, I need to adjust it again." The bad thing about me is when I'm adjusting a dot, I'll adjust it and it's perfectly fine. I mean, it's right where I want to hit. But then I get into these fine tuning where I've got to adjust a little bit more or a little bit more. And then I'll end up screwing it up. So that is probably one of my bugaboos about adjusting a scope, or not really a scope, but a red dot. I want to be too precise with it sometimes. And it's really dumb, but it is what it is. The kids who were taught to fear Pop Tart guns are in charge of YouTube policy and censorship. Yeah, man, I have fought. I have fought some of these for manual reviews. A lot of my videos they're demonetizing, and it's crazy. I haven't done anything wrong, but just because there is an optic on the gun, they freak out. That's a lot of mine are demonetized because of the optics, and hell, some even for triggers, because I think I might say, "Hey, it's got an aftermarket trigger." Boom, they freak out. Whatever. Exactly, Indy Irish. That's exactly what I'm saying. They're laying these off, and then if and here's the thing: when they say the hospitals are overloaded, they're overloaded because they don't have enough people. It's not because there's a bunch of patients going in there. It's because they don't have enough people. That's exactly what it is. Mike, Big J, I guess I could agree that I'd like to see more gear reviews, but one of the things I like is you don't go out of your way to get gear to review just to review, so it makes it tough. Yeah, that's one thing about me. I don't search out budget stuff. I don't search out stuff that I really won't use or that I'm not really interested in. That is something different about my channel where some people just get every new gun to review, whether it be a budget one or a mid level or whatever. I'm not that guy. Stuff that really, really interests me, I'll definitely get it and check it out. And there is something that I'm waiting to come in, and it's a stock gun, but I am interested in it. And matter of fact, I already tried to buy it, but it's not even out yet. There's no allocation. There's already a part number, but I'm waiting for it to come in so I can get it. Yeah, you're not far off, Indy Irish. That's I would not doubt that. Let's see here. Havoc is saying, Big J, send me your milled Shadow 2. I'll send you mine as a safety deposit. Just need to borrow it for a while. The orange. Yeah. Yeah. Which one? I have three of them. No, I'm not trying to be that guy, but you want the orange one, huh? Orange one's fun. Pistol Pete saying, watch Honest Outlaws review of the P10F competition. He said the trigger isn't as good as the standard P10F. When I saw the P10F competition, the first thing I said was, it's already got a 4.5-inch barrel. Or mine's the milled version, or excuse me, the optic ready version from the factory. So I can put a dot on it. Then you have the other one, which is the P10F competition, which is, I guess it's like a 5-inch barrel, longer slide for longer sight radius, but you're dealing with a 5-inch gun. You don't really need it if they're optic ready and if you're going to be running an optic. Now, if you're running iron sights, definitely you want the longer sight radius. But I mean, I was just kind of like, okay, they put an HBI trigger in it. They put, you know, and I haven't watched Honest video, but they put base plates, which aren't extended; they're just base plates. The little gold back plate, a gold 10 barrel, some other serrations and stuff like that. But I'm like, it's not going to really outshoot the P10F as it is now. But unless I guess you're shooting irons and you can get a little more accuracy with the distance or with the sight radius. But I just didn't see a reason in that gun coming out. And the P10M is ridiculous. Screw that gun. I can't believe they even came out with it, but that's just my opinion. Mike Kai, I would like more reviews on stuff he already owns. Yeah, I mean, I've even got stuff I haven't reviewed, so I just need to get that stuff done. I just ordered a Gephardt from Optics Planet. Yeah, the Gephardt trigger, it's really nice. I really, really enjoy that trigger. Did you get the medium or the short? Which trigger size did you get? I run the mediums, but I'm just curious. And did you get the flat face or did you get the rounded face? Curious, whichever one you got. I really love flat face personally, but exactly. I've got a personal friend that's a registered nurse. Um, and I mean, this is what she has told me that, I mean, she's not getting it and her family's not getting it. She has kids too. Um, and I've known her for 25 years. I put a lot of faith in her. She's been a registered nurse for over 25 years. So she definitely knows what she's doing. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. If doctors and, nurses and things like that, and if you've had it, you've got an immunity and things like that, or if it's against your religious beliefs, things like that. I mean, there should be a lot of different reasons where you can't, you don't need to get it or you shouldn't have to be forced to get it. And now a lot of I don't know if you've seen it, I don't really keep up with NBA, But now there's a lot of NBA players coming out, and there was one interview. It's awesome. This guy is awesome. Speaks clearly, the whole works, and they're interviewing him, and I think there's like 25 reporters in the room, and he's sitting up there and he goes, "I got a question for you." He goes, "Probably everybody in this room is vaxxed, aren't you?" And nobody says no. And then he says, "Okay, y'all can give it to each other, and just because you're vaxxed doesn't mean you can't get it. So what's the reason for getting it? What's the reason for getting the jab?" He said, "You can also be a carrier and you could give it to someone else, and you might not have to go to the hospital. You might not have to." He's like, "Why do you need to get it? What's the reasoning for getting it?" And nobody could give him an answer. I mean, there's 25 reporters in there. Not one person said a word. Nobody was contradicting him or standing up or any of that. So I was just like, but, there you go. Let's see here. Oh, man, that's funny. I'll read that one in a second, but I like that one. Yeah, and I do, just so y'all know, I do have, now I have access to an outdoor range. It's not that, it's probably about an hour away from me, and it's not a long range. So, but it is good for pistol. It is good for 22, but I can't really shoot any rifles there. I can shoot some shotgun as long as it's birdshot. Um, so I'll probably be doing some of that, but with my indoor range, granted, it might be a little louder, but I can go out to 50 yards at least there, and I can't do that at this other range. Heck yeah, there's Texas license plates everywhere. I'm in El Paso, and even on the way here, and of course, California is not that far, but tons of California plates, and a lot of them were going towards Texas or into Texas too. But hello, Steve L. How are you, man? Okay, now I'll read yours, Dennis. Big J, you can start doing midget tossing on the channel. Yeah, I'd definitely get booted off on that deal. Hello, Floridian. How are you, man? Milkman said he found a Benelli 12 gauge pump in camo in the local gun shop. It's new. Are they any good? Thoughts on the price? He's asking 400. Is it a Benelli? What is it? Nova? It might be the Nova, but yeah, Benellis are great shotguns. So I don't know which one. Um, Benelli makes different tiers. They make a lower tier, and that's probably what it is. But it is still a Benelli, and they are great shotguns. And I'll say this till I'm blue in the face. For tactical shotguns, I cannot stand a pistol grip. I hate pistol grips with a passion on a tactical shotgun. I just, I'm not used to them. I mean, I've shot a bunch of them. I just don't like them. They're just weird. If I'm shooting a pistol, I'm shooting a pistol. I don't want to shoot a pistol grip shotgun. They're just awkward. I agree. My 4.5-inch optic ready P10F already has everything the competition ready version has and more. It wasn't enough to make me pull the trigger and get one. Yeah, when I saw it, I was just like, nah. And I know people will get it, and I'm not knocking it. If you don't have a P10F already, maybe you want to get it. I just don't think it's $500 more worth. And I got mine way back. I got the first when they first were released. I was on the waiting list for one, so I've had mine for a long time. So I was waiting for the optic ready one because I didn't, at that time I didn't want to mill one or anything like that. But I just don't see a reason in. I just don't see a reason in getting it personally. Benelli Nova, yeah, that's what I thought it was. I've got a friend who has one and he really likes it. So, me personally, I haven't tried one, but it is a Benelli. Benelli's work. I agree. CZ is day late and dollar short when they released the P10M. I agree. I mean, I don't know where they were thinking on that, but I really think that gun is going to end up going away. I think they're going to discontinue it. I don't think there's going to be enough fanfare for it. Also, the trigger's horrible. It's like a 8-pound trigger. I mean, it's horrible. Hello, Kyla. How are you? Milkman saying, or excuse me, Floridian is saying to Milkman, I have a Nova Tactical, love the shotgun, good price too. Yeah. Like I said, I don't think there's anything going to be wrong with it. Richard is saying, I'm thinking about grinding my G17 grip down to a G19 size for carry. Any thoughts? Has anyone done it? I have seen it done, and a friend of mine did it. After he did it, going forward, when he would go to the range and things like that, he wished he had kept it as a G17. And I look at it this way: if you can carry a G19, you can carry a G17. You're talking that much difference. And I know you're saying for carry. However, if you've got the proper holster, the proper belt, all that good stuff, that little bit of an amount is not going to be a huge difference. Um, he cut it down and he still uses Glock 17 mags, and he had it stippled, he had it all tricked out, custom Cerakoted, the whole works. And after he did it, he told me he wished he would have never done it. Now that's from him, and he's actually a very good shooter. But I man, I can't really shoot a 19. It's just too small for me. But I don't really see, if you were talking like a P10F to a P10C, that's a huge difference. That's like that much difference. But the other, the Glock, you're talking, to me, it's minuscule. Kyle is saying, Big Johnson Guns and Gear, what are your thoughts on the new Kimber R7 Mako? Pass. It doesn't do anything for me at all. They were definitely behind the curve. I know this is their first entry to this. I think they were way late. There's so many other guns that do the same thing and even better, I believe. So I have no interest in it. And that's kind of, if you really think about this, such as that gun, other guns, the new, what was it, the Rock Island STK 100, the aluminum Glock frame things, and some of the Tauruses and all this other stuff. You always see these guns pop out. And then, I mean, it's almost like 2 weeks later, they're obsolete. I mean, nobody does videos on them. They're just a flash in the pan. And they're not proven. I don't think enough people get them in the hands. Now, some of the companies will send a whole bunch of these things out to a bunch of influencers and say, hey, do all these videos on it, tell everybody how great they are and all this stuff. And then they just go away. I mean, nobody really buys a ton of them. I've seen, matter of fact, since I looked at the STK and I put that picture out on the community for YouTube, that same exact STK 100 is still at the gun store. Nobody's bought it. And I understand you've got Glock, and a lot of people copy Glocks. And there's people, like FN 509s. A lot of people say they're the same as a Glock and all this other stuff. But, you know, I just don't see reasons to buy a lot of that clone stuff personally. If you're talking about price points and maybe getting something at a budget price, sometimes, I'm not saying every time, sometimes there's a reason it's a budget price. They've had to shortcut on something. And sometimes by taking the brand name off of it, you can get it cheaper, but it might not be as great a quality. Yes, I did see that, IBG. Yep, I did see that. And hell, look at Israel. They've got like a, gosh, 85 or 90% fax rate, and it's still flying around over there too. So, all right, and we'll get into something else. Let me answer this. Big Johnson Guns and Gear, you have a few 1911s. Can you pair them up and compare them head to head? Sure, I can do that. Yes, sir, I can do that. I can even compare 45s to other 45s. I've got quite a few 45s. And a lot of people don't like 45s, but I actually still love 45s also. A little old school. And you know why they make a 45, right? Because they can't make a 46. Yeah. Dexter is saying, Big Johnson Guns and Gear, think you talked about it last week, but the new FN 502 seems like a great idea. Dexter, I talked about a gun that I want to get earlier, and I was waiting for it to be officially released, and it is the FN 502. So, yes, I am on a list to get one. I do want the FDE one, but that is the gun that I was talking about. So, I think it's a great gun. I haven't shot it. I meant I think it's a great idea. I've got the 509. I really like it. I've got the FNS 9. I really like it. Um, but getting a tactical Type 22 where you can put a light on it, you can put an optic on it, you can put a can on it, and it comes with a 10 round mag and a 15 round mag. I would try to buy more 15 round mags. I looked them up. I think they're going to be like, I think it's 27 or $32 for the 15 round mags, somewhere around there. I looked it up and I can't remember. They're not available yet, but I think I think it would be a great gun, and I'm actually going to buy one. Their MSRP is $499. So, Big J Floridian's asking, have you seen more open carry with the constitutional carry passed now? Actually, I have only seen, and I look around. Trust me, I'm very observant. I have only seen three people open carrying, and I don't know if they were open carrying before or since we passed constitutional carry. In all the areas that I'm in. So, a matter of fact, I saw one today, and it was a lady. She was open carrying. So, and that's probably been prior to that. It was maybe last week I saw one. I mean, I just don't see very many people open carrying. And some people open carry, but they'll put their shirt over it, so they don't have their shirt tucked in with the holster on their belt. So there could be more people officially, having it on their belt, but just covering it with a shirt. And of course, I've open or I can open carry. I've had my license for probably longer than most people have been alive, but I'm just not. I don't really want. I want to be more like the gray man. Now, when I'm out in the woods or whatever, I don't care. I'll open carry it. But how did I get on a list at my gun shop? They put me on a list, but I'm wanting a specific one. I don't want the black one. I want the FDE one. And if the black one comes out first and people want to do reviews on it, that's cool. I'm not waiting for a gun to do a review. I just want the gun. I can get behind uh, a CZ10F in 45 or 10 millimeter. What do you think, Malcolm? They already make them in F45. I already put out pictures and everything. I got to play with one of the first ones that came into the shop. They're at the gun shop I go to, and they still have some in stock. They're not optic ready. I wish they would have just introduced it optic ready, but I'm sure they're going to sell those, and then they're going to come out with an optic ready one. But 10 millimeter, I mean, that's cool. I'm not a 10 millimeter guy. I've shot it plenty in the past, but you know, they might come out with one. I just don't see I see a more demand for 10 or for 45 than I do 10 millimeter, because the 10 millimeter has definitely had its spike and then it's had its downward. I mean, it's been fluctuating for years and years and years, and nothing's wrong with it. I like 45. I like 45. Yep. Is it just me, or is it really just a dry time in the firearms market? I find myself debating what to shoot because there's nothing out there worth purchasing, in my opinion. I agree, Havoc. I agree 1000%. I've said that even on the chats. The only thing that actually excited me, honestly, was that new FN 22. Because I was like, oh, cool, another cool 22. Get a little practice in on the lower price of ammo, and have a little fun with it. Throw a can on it and play around with it. But yeah, there's just not a lot out there right now that's super exciting for me. Yeah, I would agree with that 100%, Pistol Pete. People were just wanting guns, with that when everybody was buying everything up. They didn't care what it was, they were just buying it. So I think they were just pumping out guns and didn't really have to be creative. Like in these dry spells when nobody's buying anything, they're actually having to come up with something. Yep, I've said the same thing. I've definitely, when the DWX comes out, I'm getting one. But that's the only thing other than this little 22. That's the only thing that still has kept my attention is the DWX. I just don't know when the hell they're going to come out. When I've talked to them, they told me it would be out at the end of by the end of this year, at the latest. The first quarter of next year is what they told me. So we'll see. If it ever happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I guess it doesn't. All right, I did want to bring this up too. Um, Another thing, I have been, y'all don't know about it, but it's actually been in the making, or they've been working on it for probably a month and, well, probably about, well, probably now going on 2 months. I've been waiting to get it in the queue to have it built or to have it done. So I have a custom something coming out. I'm not going to tell you what it was. I just showed you the grips here that I had done, but I've got something custom that's being made. It's a one-off, so I will have the only one. But there will be an opportunity. There will be an opportunity for y'all to buy one that's similar, but it's a limited production. To buy something similar, it won't be exactly mine because there's a bunch of stuff that's different on mine, but it will be a similar version. Y'all will have the opportunity to buy it. So when I do mine and show it and do all of that stuff, then I'll give you the information. But it's actually really cool. I kind of had some ideas and pitched it to them, and they decided to make it. And so I'm getting the first one, and there are some of them to follow that is a different. I can't really tell you what it is, but a little bit different, just not exactly like mine. So I'll have the one off, but it's pretty badass. And I saw the finished picture today, and I was like, oh hell yeah, can't wait to get it. So I should have it next week. Should be shipped out either Friday or Monday at the latest. So I will have it in my hands next week, and I'm pretty excited about it. All right. Thanks for your help, AASN. Thanks for your help last week, Big J. I got a bog pod, and really love it. Had my kid crossbows hunting with it. Awesome, man. Yeah, I really like it. Bog death grip. It's awesome. Haven't had any problems with mine. Yes, I did see that. The 1911. That does look like a pretty nice 1911. The Fowler. Yeah, the 1911 Syndicate has been putting out some really good videos, and if you don't follow them, please do. Scott Jelinski, I don't know if you're familiar with him. He is the Modern Samurai. That guy is a dot guru. I mean, he is a dot guru. And follow 1911 Syndicate because they've taken his class and they've actually been filming a ton of these classes, and Scott is giving free information, and I mean, the guy is awesome. So if you're dot curious, check out Scott on the 1911 Syndicate. He goes by Modern Samurai, and he has got some really great tips. I've been following him for a long time. He's a good guy. He has his own channel also. Big Johnson, I have most everything I want, but I was thinking about the HK 416-22 LR 8.5 inch. Cool, man. I look at it this way. If it's something you want and it's like maybe even a collector piece, some kind of history, something like that, grab it. Go for it, man. I mean, even if it's a budget thing and you want to get it, I don't discriminate. Get what you enjoy. That's what I do. I get what I enjoy. Let's see here. Anyone have thoughts on Devil Dog Armory 45s? I have seen a few videos. I can't remember who did videos on them. I've only seen them in videos. I've never seen one personally. But, I honestly don't have an opinion. I guess that would be my only niggle with your channel, Big Johnson. You don't drink the 10 millimeter Kool-Aid like me, but I understand. Well, Texas Beast, I'm an old dude. I have been through the 10 millimeter game. I have owned 10 millimeters. I've been there, done that, got a hat and t-shirt. A lot of other people are just now finding out about 10 millimeter or jumping into the 10 millimeter. Hell, I sold that Kool-Aid back in the day. Um, but they like others, they kind of go up and down. 10 millimeter does. 45, it goes up and down, but it kind of stays a constant sometimes too. And I just enjoy 45. I mean, I've shot 40, had tons of 40s, plus P plus all that crap. I've been there, done that. I just don't see a huge advantage for not living in bear country or something like that to have a 10 millimeter. And where I'm going with this is I can shoot a 10 millimeter. I think maybe way back when I've even got videos of me shooting them. But you know, I'm not recoil sensitive. That doesn't bother me. But for your average person with a follow up shot, it's not fun for most people unless it's like a steel 10 millimeter or something like that. But that's what I'm saying. For follow ups, it's just not, and it can be done. I'm not saying it can't. Um, it's just not my cup of tea anymore. And that's the thing. Some people will come full circle. We started with revolvers, 1911s, semi-automatics. Some people come back to revolvers or 1911s. Everybody will go through their stages, I say, and there it is. There it is. What it is. Big Johnson, is there a limit on what you would spend on a 2011? Because you don't seem interested in Atlas or Nighthawk or Wilson. Fina, I have had less bear with back to the 1911s. I've had some very expensive 1911s. Actually, 1911s that cost more than Atlas and Nighthawks. Um, the thing is, the staccato that I have, I really enjoy it, and I love Nighthawk. I love Atlas. I've shot Atlas. A buddy of mine's got 3 Atlases. I've done videos with on his guns. They're super nice guns. However, for a carry gun or for something like this, yes, the Atlas is super nice. But for what I'm doing with it, is it that much better? Not really. I mean, for what I'm doing with it. Now, if you were competing or something like that, yeah, you're going to see more of a benefit out of that. But no, it's not a money thing. I'm not worried about that. If it's something I want, I'll buy it. I've had guns, pistols, way more expensive than an Atlas, way more expensive than a Nighthawk, way more expensive than Wilson Combat. But I've shot the EDC 9. It's okay. It doesn't do anything for me. Um, I'm all about dots now. I know Nighthawk has a really nice pistol with a comp and a dot. I would like to have that. I've actually even seen it, held it in my hands, played with it. Could have bought it that day, but I decided not to. So, not really a money limit. Um, I had talked to, he's asking any updates on hog hunting. I talked to Uncle Dan the other day. I told him we're going to try to get it set up. I think he is going on a hunt out of state. Yeah, I think he's going on a hunt out of state. So it'll probably have to be after that. But yeah, trust me, I'm just letting you know right now, you're going to get a ton of hog hunting videos, especially with it getting cooler. Um, so it's coming. Just please hold tight. But no, we haven't locked it down. We tried to set up one weekend, it didn't work out. So there we go. Where is this? Hang on. Big Johnson Guns and Gear is a baller, doesn't care about money. No, it's not that. It's just if I want something, I'll buy it. I don't discriminate. If it's something I truly want, I'll buy it. And if I don't have enough money, I'll save my ass off and I'll save up and buy it. You know, trust me, my wife knows. I've got, uh, I've got. She knows how I am. Matter of fact, this weekend it'll be 29 years. So she has known me for, gosh, what is it? 32? No, 34 years. So she knows how I was when she met me, and she's always known that I'm a gun guy. Milkman's asking, Big J, do you have anything in your collection you bought solely just to collect that you'll never shoot? Uh, that was the plan originally, way back in the day. I bought a couple of, I bought a couple of 1911s that I was only going to keep for collection, but I had to shoot them. So I broke down, I shot them, loved them, carried them, uh, treated them like a redheaded stepchild. And now everything I own, I shoot. So there's the answer on that. Oh, thank y'all. I appreciate it. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yep, 29 years. She has tolerated me this long. When you find the right one, you know it. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Somebody was saying, I was trying to find it. Somebody was saying something about, Dennis is saying, Big J, I will call you daddy for a C2 Duo. I almost bought another one the other day. They actually came out. I just saw it. Staccato released a C2 threaded barrel C2 Duo. And I was like, oh man, I could put a comp on that. Trust me, the wheels were turning, but I was just like, ugh. Not saying I won't get one. I just didn't get one that day. Europe won't have me. I don't have a card. But going anywhere special on the anniversary like the Europe trip? No, we've got. She's just been. I just bought her a whole bunch of stuff that she wanted. So um, no, but because of all this, Vax card crap and stuff, no, I'm not going to be kept in a country. Trust me. Our plan is when all this clears up, though, we are going to do a big trip. We're going to probably go back to Italy. However, Italy's a little bit of a mess right now. Probably go back to Italy and maybe Paris. Big Johnson, why don't you shoot competition? Just because right now I've got so much stuff going on. Hell, I'm just trying to go and practice shooting. When I just went to the range this past Saturday, and I think it's been, well, I mean, it's been a couple of weeks, but I've shot there. I've shot, but I haven't filmed anything. But I've just got too much stuff going on right now. And competition to me right now is not a priority. It's not that I dislike it, it's just not a priority. Big Johnson, do you think you will buy an El Camino by Q eventually? No, I should have bought one the first time before I bought my dead air mask. Not that I mean, the dead air mask is quiet and everything. It just, when I take it off, like I said last time, it tries to come apart. So that pisses me off. But I should have bought the El Camino the first time. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not going to get another suppressor. I very well could. I just think freaking 10 months and 12 months and 15 months, that's a freaking joke. It just pisses me off. I just think it's just stupid. When I go get muffler, if I have to go buy mufflers for my truck, two mufflers, I can drive out of the door, but yet I can't get a freaking muffler for my gun. It's just retarded. Big Johnson Guns, or Big Johnson, good evening. Any thoughts on the B&T MK2 pistol? It's funny that you say that. I was just talking to a buddy of mine, and if y'all follow me, you all know him. It was Harry, and I was talking to him the other day, and we were talking about this. And in my opinion, I think the B&Ts are super, super nice. I mean, I really like them. But do I think that they're worth the money that they call for? And honestly, I don't. Um, I've shot. Can't remember the model. It wasn't mine. I shot one at Texas Gun Experience. It's one of their guns, and I shot it, and I was like, hey, it's really nice. Especially like if you're comparing it to a Scorpion, for the price points. But they both do the same thing, and I was just like, I really like it, but I don't know if I'd spend that much money on it. But that's just me. Also, I've shot, the HK MP5s and stuff like that. A lot of people love the MP5s. I just don't think that they're, put it this way, I'm just not an MP5 guy. Okay. So They're fun if that's what you're looking for. Microtech can was stupid quiet. Yeah. Link's Defense actually has a Microtech can. He really likes it. I just don't buy 9 millimeter cans. I've talked about it before. They're cool, they're quiet, they're fun. But to me, they're a novelty versus a 22 can, which I like more, and a 30 cal can, 7.62 by 39 can, or 7.62 can, I find more useful than a 9 millimeter can. That's just or a 45 caliber can or a 9 millimeter can. Now, if you're putting it on a 9 millimeter sub gun or something like that, I could see the reasoning in it. But just standing there shooting a can on a pistol, a 9 millimeter or even a 45, it just doesn't do much for me. And I've shot a lot of them. Not saying that if you like it, that's cool. I'm not knocking anybody that likes them. Yeah, Q stuff is not cheap, but it is quality. That's why everybody copies them. Yeah, the El Camino's $400. Yeah. Well, hell, I think I paid 400 for my, or well, I can't remember how much it was, so I don't want to speak out of turn, but maybe it was 350 for that dead air mask. But yeah, everything's going up. That's what I'm saying. If you have plans, I will say this: if you have plans to buy any cans or anything, buy it now. Cans are going to go up because titanium's going up. If you get a titanium can, everything is freaking going up. Hello, C Kim. How are you? Better late than never, man. Hey, I did want to say this, and I want y'all's opinion before I state what it is. But I had somebody claim they here, and I'll tell you why they said this. Their exact words were, "You are either cheap or poor." So they're calling me cheap and poor. And then they said, "You can't even afford normal targets." What do you think they were talking about? I'm either cheap or poor, and I can't afford normal targets. What do you think they were talking about? Ooh. Man, I'm behind, an hour behind here in El Paso, my normal time, so it's weird. So I'm either cheap or poor, and I can't afford targets. Waterhead got it for. Well, no, actually, oh hell, damn, these are flying in now. Hang on, who said it first? Dexter said it first. Paper plates, exactly. They said I was cheap or poor and I can't afford targets. So why the hell do I use them? That was their other comment. And they were talking about paper plates. There's a reason I use paper plates. Targets, I'm not worried about a freaking dollar target. And hell, I even get them free at Texas Gun Experience in the VIP. They got them stacked there. You can pick, they got 10 or 12 different ones you can choose. So I can shoot those. But why do I shoot paper plates? The reason why I shoot paper plates is because when I open my hand all the way, that's how big the paper plate is. Also, if you take a paper plate and you stick it on your head, that's about the size of your head. If you put it in the center of your chest, that's like an A zone. A paper plate equals an A zone, the center of a paper plate. Also, I can get 500 paper plates for $6. So I've got targets wherever I go. And in my Lynx Defense Concord bag, the side pocket, I can stack paper plates in there. I don't have to roll up some stupid piece of paper and throw it in there, or I can get the B8 targets and I can have a stack of those in there, which is cool. But hell, paper plates are convenient. They've got some rigidness to them so they don't flop around in the wind. That's why I use paper plates. And you can mark on them. You can put, those little seek dots on them. You can draw a big, Sharpie mark on there. You can put a big X on it. You can do whatever you want with paper plates. So that's why I enjoy shooting them. Also, when I hang them up, I'll put a paper plate here, I'll put a paper plate here, I'll put a paper plate here, and I'll put a paper plate here, sometimes with those clips. So then I can kind of transition from target to target, and I'm not just shooting a big old piece of paper. Also, aim small, shoot small. So if it's a smaller target, it makes me concentrate more. When I got this big old ass piece of paper with a bunch of blobbed up crap on it, they just don't. I can shoot any target, but I prefer paper plates. So obviously, I told the guy, "You are new to my channel." And then I told him the reasoning, and that was the reasoning why I shoot paper plates. So they're super convenient. I've got them in my truck at all times. I've got a freaking stack of them in a bag, and I can pull them out wherever I am. And I've always got targets with me. Plus, when you put them in your rifle bag, you can just lay a stack of paper plates right there on top of your rifle or your PDW. So that's why I shoot them. But yeah, everybody guessed it, paper plates. Yeah, I mean, they work. Big Johnson Guns and Gear. Do you still have the POF Rogue or Revolution? Is it a keeper? I'm warming up to a 6.5 Creedmoor. I actually have both. I have the POF Rogue and I have a 300 Blackout Revolution, and or I believe that's what it's called. No, I'm sorry. I have the POF Rogue in 308, 12 and a half, and I have the POF Renegade Plus in 300 Blackout. And yes, I enjoy both of those. The Rogue 308 has a thermal on it, and the other one has, y'all have all seen those. But anyway, but yes, I do like them. Guy comment, what size plates do you shoot? I shoot the cheap Walmart ones. They are the cheapest plates. I mean, I wouldn't even put food on these damn things. They're flimsy as shit, but they work super great for targets. It's the cheapest ones that Walmart sell. To be honest with you, I don't even know. They're not as big as like those big dinner plates, those round ones or the platter looking ones. They're the they're not the super small ones like a dessert. It's just a regular. It's the smallest one Walmart sells, but I can just buy a ton of them and walk out the door with them. I've got them. I don't even spend the money on the Dixies or any of the high dollar ones. I just buy the cheap ass ones. They work great for me. Really like to go back and look at the older videos and follow the transition changes over time. Yeah, I mean, we all change. That's what I was talking about, the circle. Um, it's funny. You'll see people are like, oh, I love this gun. I love this gun. And then maybe 2 years later, they're like, oh, that gun's not for me, or I outgrew it, or I found something else I like better. It is good to go back and look at stuff like that and kind of seeing how you've grown with your channel or whatever. I don't really watch a lot of my old videos. I mean, I don't even watch current videos. I just make a video and throw it out there. I don't go back and proof it or edit it or any of that kind of crap. I don't edit crap. I just throw it out there. I don't want to. I've seen videos where you can just tell it's just chopped and everything is a great shot. Oh, that was a fantastic shot. You know, I can tell when somebody's fudging stuff. And I'm not saying everybody does, but just keep it real. Yeah. If you shoot paper plates, I guess we're all poor and cheap. Yes, see Kim. But you know me, I don't give a shit what people say. I do what I want. Um, don't ever call a man with a $2,500 pistol and his pants cheap. Well, hey, you didn't count the optic. You forgot the optic. No, I'm just joking. Or I'm not joking. I mean, yeah, it's expensive, but I'm not, like I said, a lot of those people, even like when people come on and give me a bunch of thumbs down, haters are everywhere. And some of them are just jelly as hell, you know? There's some jelly ass bitches out there. So I don't worry about that stuff. I just do what I want to do. You know what's funny? Lynn, I've never shot a foam. Now, I've eaten off of a foam paper plate, but I don't think I've ever shot a foam paper plate. I do know a buddy of mine that has some of those, and he says when you shoot it, and you'll have to answer this if it does not, but he says when he shoots them, they'll leave like a little melted burn ring around them. That's what he says. I don't know if it's the same plate you're shooting, but he says it'll leave a nice little burn mark around them. Hey, thanks, Dennis. I appreciate it, man. Oh, well, Dennis, I'm sure that'll change. I appreciate it. But yeah, and if y'all like this, smash the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Hey, what's up, dude? Where is he? Mr. Media. Yeah, actually, Mr. Media, I'm in El Paso, so I'm about 10 hours away. So or 9.5 hours away. But No, I will not be there tomorrow, but I know that we still need to do that. Mr. Media has some goodies that we are going to review, and I think y'all will definitely be interested in them. But yes, Lynn, I used to do that. I would actually mark, and I do it still for 22, but I'll mark the date, the ammo that I was using, how far away it was. Y'all have probably seen some of those markings on those plates, but it'll say like 15 yards away, da 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 da. And some of those I'll actually keep, and that's the neat thing. You can stack them up. I can stick them right in the other links pocket of my bag, my Concord, and then I can go home and review them, or I can keep them. And then if I go shoot the same gun later on, I can compare. Hey, okay, on this date, this ammo, versus this ammo and things like that. So you can easily keep those versus those big old roll up targets. Guy Common, I'm telling you, I have a lot of buddies now that I've gotten to started shooting paper plates, and now they don't shoot anything else. Plus, they're easy to clean up. If you're out or outdoor range, you just pop them off. You can stack them up. I mean, you can have a whole freaking stack of them and then go throw them away. And they're actually really good in the wind compared to some of those big ones too. Yes, it is still an interaction. You are correct, Mike High, and I've said that before. Um, Big Johnson Guns and Gear, how far is your house from Knoxville, Tennessee? Uh, I've actually I've been all over Tennessee before. It's a pretty damn good drive. I can't remember exactly how far, Bald. I can text you and let you know, but I can't remember how far it is. But right off the top of my head, I shoot steel plates. Yeah, I love steel plates. A lot of fun. Anything else y'all can think about before we shut this down? Oh, I did want to say something. I did go to a restaurant bar this evening because I hadn't eaten anything all day. I was starving to death before we started the chat, so I ate and came back. But I was just sitting at the bar, and two guys were over there drinking, and there were two girls that were traveling through, younger girls. These guys were my age. They were older in, 50s. These two young ladies were probably, I would guess, 22 to 24, and they were traveling. They were going to New Mexico, so they were eating and traveling through. These two old men, and they had been drinking quite a bit, or seemed to be, literally started hitting. I mean, not, they were across the bar, which was probably 15 feet. Um, they were actually kind of yelling at them, "Let me buy you a drink. Where are y'all going? Where are you headed?" And they said, "Well, we're headed to Mexico." And the guy said, "Well, why don't you get in my truck and I'll give you a ride to New Mexico?" I was just like sitting there and I was holding my tongue. And the girls were like, "No, that's okay. We're about to leave. We don't want to drink. Thank you." And they kept getting persistent. And one of them was getting pretty belligerent and he was starting to cuss and like cussing at these women. These women didn't start anything with him. They never said anything. I was sitting at the bar minding my own business. But when he started getting belligerent, I had to say something. And I looked over at him and I was like, "You need to cool your jets, Turbo, and leave these ladies alone." And both of them were like, "Who the hell are you?" And I said, "I'm an innocent bystander." And I said, "Women don't need to be talked to that way," because he started to cuss them because they wouldn't give in to what he was wanting. And then the girls got up and they had their little suitcase bags with them and they were walking out to their car. He got up from his bar stool and started walking towards the front door towards them. The other guy stayed down. I got out of my chair. I told the bartender I got out of my chair and I started to walk out there with him. Well, he got to the door and looked at him, and then he turned around and saw me, and then he went back to his chair. There's just no reason for that. And I don't know this guy from Adam, but he definitely doesn't need to be following young ladies out the door and being an asshole to them. Let me catch back up real quick. Kyla is saying, "Big Johnson Guns and Gear. Next time a troll comments on you being poor for shooting paper plates, say that's why I have a ton of ammo because I shoot cheap targets. Try it and get back to me." Yeah, I mean, some of those trolls, I don't even give them the time of day. I just, it's not worth it. Matter of fact, on this one, I think I told the guy, you can probably go in and find it, but I think I told the guy, I'm like, yep, I'm cheap. You might want to check out my channel before you make stupid comments. I think that's what I told him. I don't see Kim. I don't, I don't size people up like that. But there is a common courtesy in this world that you should, not be like that, because I don't want to hear people's stupid bullshit, and I'll call people out on it. But when you're harassing two young ladies, that's when I'm going to step in. And I'm not looking for y'all to say, "Hey, great job," and all that. I'm just telling you, if you see some shit happening like that, step up and help a woman out. Or hell, I've even seen guys pick on little short guys, just being assholes. There's just no reason for that. But Paul is asking, are you able to find 300 blackout ammunition? I've had 300 blackout ammunition for many, many years. No, I'm just being a butt. But yeah, I mean, I'm still seeing it. It's not super cheap. I find it occasionally at a good price, and I'll grab even more. I'm very loaded up on 300 blackout, but can never have enough. So if I see a good price on it, I'll grab it. But as far as just laying on shelves, I'm not seeing that. Some places will have like 124 or 150 or something like that. The average prices I'm seeing now for a 20 round box is about 25 to $29 when it used to be like 17 to 19, and that's just for target ammo. But yeah, I mean, just keep looking around. You can also go on ammoseek.com. It's ammo and then seek.com. I'll just go ahead and throw that out there, and you can go in and find 300 blackout subs or supers, and you can see who has it, and they'll have all the different prices, and then you can pop it in there and buy it from them. Let's see here. Training classes recommend plates for the same reason, and less money targets allow more gun money. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Hey, what's up, Red Menace? How are you, man? Good to see you, brother. But yeah, if you're looking for ammo, you can use AmmoSeek. I travel around, so I'm able to maybe go into gun stores and look around. If I see something, if it's a caliber that I'm like, hey, that's a great price, I'll grab it. I might not need it, but sometimes I'll grab it just to have more. I'll always shoot it. I'm not worried about that. But we will go ahead and shut this down. Went over a little bit, but I appreciate all of y'all. Hit that thumbs up if you like it. And if y'all have any questions, leave it afterwards. I'll try to go in and answer what I can for you. But like I said, we're going to put these grips. I showed them earlier, but we're going to put these brass grips that I had Cerakoted on there, and we'll see what it looks like. I think it's going to look good. And, but I appreciate everybody tuning in. Y'all have a great night. Be safe out there. Stay on your own side of the bed, and we will do this next Wednesday. Have a great night, everybody. Carry on.